It's Week 16 of the 2022 season, and we'll see DJ Moore. He starts play fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Bears and the Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. Well, here come the Bills, and you don't have to look hard to find their fifth-year star QB, taken 7th overall back in 2018, Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's pulled out our house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He'll take it at the 42. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 1st down, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Singletary to get the drive started. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 66 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. Give him 18 on the play. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Austin brings in the quick throw. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop him here, I think they...
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 29, Watson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Now it's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw, Watson. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. The Bears hit 10-4 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson. And that's complete to Shepard. Touchdown Bears! Sterling Shepard, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Allen. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To the air, Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore, 37 yards. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it's second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. A give up the middle to Singletary. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Pettis. Nice punt, but good work on the return to give back 11 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears going to get 1 more possession in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, he will have the the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. And then finally, time to unwind on Monday night. It'll be the Chargers and Colts from Indianapolis at 8:15 Eastern Time sharp. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first two quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Watson off play action. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So after the INT, it's Allen to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Throwing again on second down. Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That's on the guard, Cody Ford. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson now to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle with Barkley. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to work. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Completes it to Austin. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Allen to throw once more. Steps, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From midfield, here's Allen. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Buying time to his left. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Allen again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing now, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Barkley, inside handoff. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On second and goal, Watson. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. 4 yards on the touchdown. And the Bears extend this fourth quarter lead. Closer to win number 11.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brad, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Chicago, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bills, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.